It's that time. It is time with the brand new sledge. Bring it out on the backyard big ol' ramp and let's see what it does. Ooh, ow. Ooh, oh, that was a bad one. Oh, that was a hard one. Post bash, let's check this thing out, see what we've got here. So what I am seeing is I have clearly got this thing very muddy. This is actually too bad. I had it out yesterday. It was kind of muddy, so you clearly got it very muddy there. I see a lot of people talking about screws coming loose and stuff like that here. I'm not seeing that. From the ESC, I am not feeling any temperature at all. And I know it has a plastic shroud around here, but you'd think you'd be able to feel some temperature radiating off of it. Nothing. It feels great. The motor, on the other hand, feels a little toasty. I mean, it's not too hot, but getting this fan and getting it in there, I think is going to be a priority. So I'm going to see if I have any fans laying around that'll happen to mount up. Otherwise, I believe I was told it's a 35mm fan. I see 30 from screw hole to screw hole, so yeah, outside to outside looks like 35. So I need to look and see if I can get one of those, get that mounted up. It's not going to provide a lot of extra cooling, but a little bit, help it live. So far, servo seems to be going strong. People complain about it being slow, but it's a basher. I don't really care. Otherwise, shocks are going good. I mean, I had a couple pretty nasty hits. You can see on these diff cups, it looks like something's rubbing. I don't know if they rub in on the plastic housing here, if there's flex, or if just rocks get in there, but you can actually see wear kind of on the outside of the diff cups, which is interesting. A couple nasty hits. Rear control arms look fine. I've seen some people bending the shock towers. So far, that looks fine. I notice... Oh no, look at that. I actually broke the front control arm. We have snapped a front control arm. Look at that. Right at the pin. It looks like it snapped it all the way, almost all the way through. It looks like the front snapped the front half. Rear half is still connected. And what's interesting about that is I didn't know it was broken. So here I've been out there driving. I don't know. I mean, I had a couple, you saw, I had a couple pretty nasty hits on the front there. And I didn't know that it was broken. It didn't drive any differently, and it's only got half of the front control arm attached. So we need to get a new one of those, and I do have some spare parts. I was able to, at my local hobby store, I was able to get a front control arm. Oh, it's the wrong one. It's the front right. This is actually, I think, going to be one of my pet peeves so far with this Traxxas design, is unlike its unnamed competitors, it's actually a different control arm side to side. And so if you want spares, you have to buy a right front and a left front and a right rear and a left rear. You have to buy 4 different part numbers, whereas its competition, very frequently the control arms will be interchangeable side versus side. And I don't believe even if I just wanted to, could you run it upside down? Maybe. There's a chance I might have to actually just test this and see, like, can you actually just purposely run the control arm upside down? Nah, it looks like, because it's offset, it actually has an offset. Center of control arm does not go to center of hub. It actually sets back. So if you offset it, this front wheel is actually going to be sticking forward. Boo! This is clearly something I am not excited about with this design. That is unfortunate. It's not good for us as users that we have to get all these different parts, all these different items. But yes, left front control arm snapped right there. Boo! I need to get some parts ordered. Otherwise, everything seems solid. This makes me cry right here, man. That chassis was so beautiful out of the box. Literally one of the most beautiful finishes I've seen. I absolutely love that color, and it is grass stained and mud stained, and rocks have chipped out of it and scraped the cover off. Boo! Sad about that. I'm actually surprised even these screws right here are already starting to take some damage, so we're going to need some new replacements of these screws because they're already wearing down. And I mean, I've only driven this on like wood and dirt, so if we went to a skate park, those might disappear in like a day. Look at that. The front's doing the exact same thing. Look at those screws wearing down in this front brace. I think we might need RPM or somebody to come out and make us some thicker ones, some with some bigger ridges here, so that we don't immediately just tear the screws up as we go in. So I am not liking I'm not liking that. I've had that, you know, you have that with some other brands also, where eventually you'll wear down there. Like my X-Max does that. Creighton does that. But it takes it a while. And usually you see that after having bashed on like a skate park. And I have not. I have not. This is like wear and tear from like rocks and dirt and grass, which is really surprising there. So as you can see, I mean, I haven't been nice to the thing so far yet. I've been trying to put it through a good test, and we have a control arm, so we're gonna have to definitely get some control arms. Maybe RPM will build us some. Maybe we need to get some new bumpers and things that kind of give us more strength and protect these screws down here. But so far, that's the only issues that I have had. Stick the fan on the motor. Otherwise, it's been really good. Been really happy otherwise. There we go, the first at-home bash. That's the results that we have. Now, I've got a couple other videos that I've already made with this sledge. What batteries fit in it, how does it compare in size versus like some of its competition. So I'm gonna leave a link to some of those videos right over here so you can check them out. And we will see you in that next video. Thank you, and goodbye.